What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another podcast episode of Hitting the Bars. It's your girl, Savvy Wavy One. How's it going, Keltie?
You know what? I'm going to be honest. I've been better. But
yeah, you want to enlighten the girlies and the guys on what you're going through?
you know what? I started off, I ended December 2023 on a high note. I was like, I have such momentum going into 2024. This is going to be my year. I am going to be optimized. Like, I'm happy versus normally you feel like crap and you kind of start the year being like, oh, like I wasn't even hungover on New Year's. We drank the night before. Like, I was ready to go, optimized, structured all this. And then I never get sick. I got sick. I've been sick. I haven't been sick in like 5 years. And I woke up to the point Friday, I was like walking around. I'm like, oh, why do I have no energy? And my face hurts and my head hurts. And I'm like trying to be like, am I high? And then like makes like you're sick. But in my mind, I'm like, hey, that didn't even occur to me as an option. I was like, oh, I'm not hydrated. I haven't slept enough, like all this. And then he's like, well, everyone on my team is sick. And so, yeah, if I'm out of it, I feel kind of high. So maybe I could just be silly, goofy mood.
There you go.
It is
all doped
what it
up
is.
on some cold medicine.
Yep, it is what it is. So if I'm more weird than normal, just know I started off 2024 weak. How about you?
So
How are you?
We benefit from it, basically.
Yeah, sure.
You know, I'm great. I am not dealing with a sickness because I dealt with it in Thanksgiving. And my dad, my stepmom, and I got sick. And then Michael got sick. So I think something's going around. But I'm in the clear. I feel great. And yeah, I wanted to get into my first hot take.
Please
because
do.
it kind of has to do with New Year's, like you were saying. This is my first go around. The older I get, the less FOMO I have. And I love it. And what I mean by this is growing up or even like teenage college, I would look on Facebook, Instagram, and I would have FOMO around like New Year's. I've never been somebody to go to New Year's party. I'm just not that kind of girl. I don't try and go out for New Year's. It gives me anxiety. But do I want the option? Yes, absolutely. And so I used to be like, oh, this looks so fun as I'm like eating fondue on the couch or whatever. And now that I'm older, it's just like this year was the first year. I didn't care. I was just hanging out with friends and I like didn't feel the need to do anything, didn't feel the need to drink, to dress up. All I wanted was just to hang out and like low key, I think next year I might go to sleep before midnight. And I don't know, maybe it's an age thing, but FOMO's gone. FOMO is gone in your later 20s.
I feel it's not necessarily an age thing. It's like it's an experience thing because this is what cured my FOMO is you've experienced enough. Like when you're 18, the bar is so exciting because every night you're like, what could happen? I don't know what to expect. And like it kind of, you don't know what to expect. And then by your 20th time, you're like, I know exactly what to expect. It's good or bad. Like you know what's going to happen. There's not this like, oh, what if really? And of course you never know. Sometimes life is spontaneous, but that's my rationale is you just kind of know. You're like, I know exactly what I'm signed up for. So I don't want to go out on New Year's and it's a weird crowd and I'll be hungover. And it's New Year's low key is always a disappointment at the bar because everyone's expecting it to be the best day. And so everyone's tense. They're like, we have to have fun. I was like, nothing is more unfun than people being like, we have to have fun.
I completely agree. I had a friend where I was like, oh, are you going to be here for New Year's? And he's like, no, I'm going to go to Miami. Like, it's always lame staying home for New Year's. I'm like, how? It's literally like a random day. It always just blows me away that like, when else are you traveling for one holiday other than maybe the 4th of July and then like, you know, other than family holidays? Like New Year's isn't really a family holiday.
True.
But I do think there's some correlation between our age, like Gen Z, millennial, being the first ones to have Facebook, MySpace, Instagram, when we were that young, where we were like susceptible to like, you know, social pressure. And I just finally feel like I'm freed from it. Or maybe, you know, the younger crowd that like has always had it doesn't feel that way. But like, you bet your ass I was hopping on Facebook when I was 15, seeing like who's doing what on New Year's in live time, where now nobody cares.
Exactly. It's like we all know it's fake. So like you don't even
Fake
know what
news.
to believe. You're like, I don't know. It's a nice photo, but did you have fun? The
Totally.
photo's probably so. I think we're
But
all
you look fabulous.
cynic. I know. You know what? New Year's looks are phenomenal. So I'm here for it. I'm here to sit and just look
New
at the
York.
prettiness. New York. See, I told
That's
you.
the
I'm in a
cold
silly goofy
medicine.
mood. There's me being loopy. You don't know what you're going to get today.
All right,
Which
tell
I
me,
get.
what is your hot take?
My hot take. The trend cycle of fast trend cycles needs to die in 2024 because it's so dumb. It's comical at this point how quickly something can come in and out on TikTok, whether it be a nail color, a TikTok sound, a fashion, where it's like we're all wearing this vest and we all have to hop on it. But it's so random that in 2 months they'll be like, "Oh, you just got this now." We need to stop. We need to stop being like, "Oh, that's lame. That's out of fashion." It was 2 months ago. Everything's in fashion now.
Absolutely.
So I hope we got into the point that it's like turboed so much the trend cycle that it's just a dot. It's everything's in. Just pick your own style. It's no longer in and out because
I agree.
there's nothing funnier about Gen Z. Actually, I'm going to call Gen Z out right now. Hot take. There's nothing funnier than they're all like, environmentalism, save the planet. But we're going to buy Shein and tell you something's out of style every month. I'm like, the two don't go hand in hand. Pick one.
Can't have your cake and eat it too, people.
No, it doesn't work. You want fast fashion, you kill the planet. Or timeless pieces. You don't get both.
Yeah. You know, I am almost guilty a few times of TikTok. What is it? Shop Live or whatever.
Oh, yeah.
Where lately my TikTok, I don't even enjoy going on it because it's just solely like online shopping. And I'm like, what the heck? I want like a silly, goofy person coming on here. But I almost bought this. It was like this satchel with like a handless dog leash. So you could like put it on as if it's like a fanny pack.
Yeah.
And I was so close. I literally put in my shipping address and they don't ship to Puerto Rico, so I couldn't buy it.
Thank God.
And thank God. Thank God. And it doesn't make sense. I feel like some of them are scammers. It's like $7. And then I just went on Amazon and it's like 20 and I'm like, this doesn't make sense to me. But I almost fell for it. But I want a like handless leash where I just put Bentley like on a fanny pack and he can just roam around.
Yeah. Honestly, ads are too good these days. They get me. Like, it's exhausting to go on Instagram because I'm going to attempt to buy 5 things, talk myself out of it. It's been in a shopping cart. I feel guilty I don't own this thing because this prettier girl has it, and I would be more successful if I owned this thing too. And I have this talk in my head, and then I waste an hour of my life looking at these online shops of things I never buy because Instagram knows how to get me. And
literally.
TikTok. They all do.
They're too good. They're too good. We're too basic.
I'm that predictable.
That accurate. Well, should we get into, I wanted to go over 3 things that we must discuss. And first things first is what you texted me today. And that has to do with the Lil Nas album. Do you want to go into that?
We are breaking news because his album's dropping Friday. This comes out on Thursday. So everything I am about to say could be completely disproven in the next 48 hours. I don't know. But Lil Nas is going on a rampage on TikTok being like exposing music execs. They won't let me have gospel music. So now he's like saying he's been saved by God and that the music industry was the one trying to be him like Satanist. And I don't know. I don't know if he's actually breaking free or if this is even a bigger publicity stunt. Like, that's like next level. He's like, okay, we can't be more satanic. So what's the opposite? And like, you know what I mean? I was like, I wonder if the execs are in on this, or he is breaking free and found God and gospel music. And either way, I am here to witness this ride. I don't know what's going on, but I'm fascinated by it.
I think it's fake. I think all of it's fake. I mean, like, honestly, come on, guys. We've seen too many movies. We've seen too many like dark Reddit threads of you know, like the music or the fashion, whatever industry. I don't think it would be as simple as let me come out about it. Like, I don't think so. I've seen the Doja Cat. I've seen everything. I just think it's such a publicity stunt and it's obviously working. Because like, when have I ever heard you talk about him?
It's genius, and either way, I can't wait to see the answer. Because one, it's next level marketing. Like, he went full satanic to full gospel, and he releases a gospel album. Iconic. Or he exposes Jeffrey Epstein level executives, music industry. You know what I mean? It's one of the two extremes. In either way, we're gonna get some exposed, and I'm here
Yeah.
I'm here for the tea.
Yeah. Here for the tea. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Next one. The Golden Globes. All I had to do was hop on my TikTok for about 25 seconds to be fed Golden Globe content, and I was here for it. I've never watched any of these types of things because I think they're really out of touch, and like I never know these movies because I only see like the most basic movies ever. But what caught my attention? Taylor Swift, of course. Selena Gomez. Shocker. Selena Gomez, of course, Queen. Timothée Chalamet, who I didn't know who this man was until I watched Dune, and I thought fascinating. And then Kylie Jenner, his newest girlfriend, who
Of course.
I love a good Kardashian. And I thought it was so fascinating. There is like this storyline going around TikTok. I think people need to chill on filming actors or singers or whatever in their natural habitat of just having a conversation. They really need to stop doing it. Like I do benefit from it because I'm like, low-key, what did they say? Where's a lip reader? But it's also an invasion of privacy. And like maybe next time they should just cover their mouth. And they're like lip reading. Like these people are lip reading Selena Gomez telling Taylor Swift that she asked Timothée Chalamet for a picture because they're friends, and Kylie said no. It's the funniest thing ever. Like to watch like the mouth reading. And I just gotta know, what do you think of the Golden Globes?
Golden Globes are that specific moment because
both. But for me, the specific moment's all that I cared about.
I will say I used to be the biggest fangirl. Oscars, Grammys. Like that's what like I fantasize about all them. Like that little Keltie was being like, I want one. Like there's nothing cooler. Like you'd see all these. And now they, like you said, they're out of touch. Like it seems like a scam. I don't trust any of it. It's outdated. You know what I mean? And like you don't even know, I never even know what's happening anymore. Like I didn't realize this till like 30 minutes ago it even happened. And so you know what I mean? So we just don't sit and watch our TVs anymore. They need to get on streaming somehow. You know, Oscar, figure it out with Netflix. I don't know how you do it, but figure it out.
You know how we will know is if you pay influencers to promote it. That's the only way we're going to know.
Honestly,
they are the like, you know, the now celebrities, because real celebrities don't really post anything ever until after, and it's like a Getty image, and I'm like, this just gave me nothing.
There's no commercials anymore. We don't have commercials because we're watching streaming services or we're using ad blockers online, and so we never like I don't know when a show's on. There's the only one who did it, Barbie and Oppenheimer. But
yeah, they did great.
That's my thought.
So what are your thoughts on my Taylor Selena?
I think it's entertaining, but also like you said, it's an invasion of privacy because context is king. Like you, I mean, even if you read it, you don't know out of context. Like it could have been really tea, like it could have been Kylie being like, "You can't take a photo with my man," or it could have just been like, "Oh, sorry, we were in a big rush. Like, we'll come back later." And then like, Selena, you know the shit you say with your friends. You're a little drunk, and you're like, "She wouldn't take a photo with me," and like you know,
1000%.
Like so, sometimes I think of things I've said taken out of context looks bad. But like if you knew the inside, like the stuff, the inside jokes between me and my friends. So
there's nothing more rewarding though than like seeing, they'll do like stand-up comedy. I saw this one too. And they're like giving Taylor Swift a hard time about like the cameras, and like her reaction's so funny because she's like, fuck you guys. Like the whole thing. That's the only reason I watch these snippets. I want to see celebrities' reactions, speeches. Other than that, I could care less. I could truly care less about these things. But I'm here for it. Okay, next up. This is the name on everybody's lips. Gypsy Rose. I don't know her last name. Blanchard, maybe?
Oof, don't ask me.
I have no idea. Okay, this is my random hot take on Gypsy Rose and how she like finally was released. If you guys don't know, Gypsy Rose, like her mother basically pretended she was sick the whole time, like, and put Gypsy Rose through all of these surgeries and everything, making her a sick child. So then she conspired with her ex-boyfriend, like a boyfriend back then, and he killed the mother. But like really she had to get away because she was being tormented, and you know, like the mother was truly mentally unwell. And this is my take. If this was medieval times, Gypsy Rose would have never been punished for this. And it's because I was thinking, I'm a big medieval girl on shows. I watch Game of Thrones, I watch Vikings. No, the amount of times people are killed because of like captives or crazy, whatever, they just move on with their life.
Yeah.
And I just thought it was crazy that Gypsy Rose, like, I mean, obviously it's this weird moral thing of like, you should never take a life.
Yeah.
And like, you should be punished. But I'm just saying, in medieval times, I don't think people would have said anything.
It's crazy. What we were watching Leonardo DiCaprio's new show, like the something Sunshine Moon. I forget the name of it. And like there's murder, and it's early America, and like people just die, and they just kind of like, and it's even they show the forensic they did back then, and it's so there's no actual science to it. But I'm just like, it's just crazy to think as long as no one saw you, you're out free. Like
Isn't that weird?
That's wild to think of, like how easy it is to get away with crimes back then.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's insane. And now I'm like, I wouldn't even rob a place. Like I wouldn't stay. Like I'm like, we're being surveillance. I'm not even taking a 5-cent candy from Walmart. Let alone back then, they'd be like, you kind of pissed me off. Crazy.
Yeah, it is truly crazy. And so, yeah, just saying, back in medieval times, nobody would have blinked an eye. Here,
True.
It's also wild now that social media makes these people celebrities. Because I'm like, whoa, guys, she did conspire to murder someone. I don't know if I want to be friends with this girl. And everyone's like, oh my God, you listen to Taylor Swift in prison. I'm like, oh my God.
The amount of like celebrity criminals nowadays is just, I'm like, yeah, that checks out. That checks out with the state of the world.
Yeah, literally. Yes. Okay, so today's topic we thought would be really fun, and we enjoy this each year. We are forecasting the top trends that could blow up in 2024. So if you're a girly that's like, ooh, let me get on this, even though Keltie ironically said she hates trends, let's see. Like, let's just see what's going to actually come true. And a few of them I've actually been noticing already on TikTok that like it's real and like it's already happened. I'm somebody that's extremely far behind always in trends. Are you, or are you pretty on top of it?
No, I'm a year ahead. I like to take pride in that.
Okay, then here, let's play a game of how often you're doing these trends right now, Keltie.
I'm just kidding. I feel like I'm just like decently, like because of YouTube, I'm constantly researching these. I'm just like, what is happening? So I feel like I'm fascinated by trends. I'm not saying I promote them, but like human psychology, cultural changes, fascinating. So I hate to admit how much of my algorithm is predicting 2024 trends. A good 35%. No, good 53%, not 35. There was this coldness.
Okay. Here's a question for you. What trend recently that comes to the top of your mind, like were you on before everybody else?
Pilates.
That you actually like start Pilates?
Yeah, I released a video. I did a 6-month challenge on Pilates in 2018. 2018. I was like, this is gonna be a new thing. And then everyone,
are you a witch?
I don't want to say who was running a bit before this running era. I'm just saying Pilates and running. That's why I'm taking that to the grave.
Okay.
I might have just been there near the beginning, but I'm like, you know what? I have the facts on YouTube. Those two, I miss a lot, but I got those two.
So Keltie started Pilates, everybody, is what she's saying.
I invented it. Not Joseph Pilates back in 1982 or 28. I don't know what it was. This girl, 5 years ago.
This girl. Move over, Tracy Anderson. Keltie O'Connor created Pilates. Me. Nobody should lift anything heavier than a handbag, is what Keltie says. Nobody should lift weights, period.
No, never. We're too delicate.
Way too delicate. Okay, so our very first trend is the aesthetics and hair world. And I thought this was fascinating. Jellyfish is like a creature, and like just sea creatures are really going to be popping up. They're going to be like a trend. It's as if like, you know, flowers and daisies were trends like back a couple years back. Ocean blues, so like blue eyeliner, blue nail polish, and long layer bobs. And that's all very like, what is it called when it's sea-like? Not methodical.
Nautical.
Oh my God. Nautical. Okay. My opinion, I would never. If I tell you I'm gonna like cut my hair into a bob, you need to put me like, you need to call me. I'm not well, because I cut my hair into a bob when I was in college and I looked like a 40-year-old like mother, which is nothing wrong, but I was 18. And so then I looked really different for my age. And it only looks good if you have extensions in, because then it's like full. Like I have really thin hair. So if anything, my hair just flipped on my shoulders. People thought that I was like this mom, but I was 18 in college trying to party and very thin hair. What's your take on this?
Two thoughts. One, the hair I would never do. Like we said, I've gone on a whole hair growth journey, but it adds up because remember mom jeans? The mom jeans were cool back in the 90s and 80s. And also think like mom's shorter bobs. What was in? And then, do you know what I mean? Then your moms grow up and then it becomes vintage. And then to actually not dress like your mom, you have to do the opposite. And none of the moms have bobs anymore. So it's actually, you know what I mean? And I think that's a respectable trend cycle. Like a 20-year trend cycle I can get behind. Do you know what I mean? 10 years, 20? That's what I'm talking about. Like the short hair to long hair cycle. But then also, if you're like me and want long hair, do what frames your face better. But try it if you're interested. Now's the time. Hailey Bieber looks phenomenal in it.
Amazing.
So I have a couple girlfriends that have done it. Love. I unfortunately had to do it when I took out my extensions and trauma. So I will not be hopping on board that trend, but I can get on board the baby blue, whimsical light pink. And I think that more has to do with like, once again, the 90s, early 2000s, that like the very silver pastel baby blue was really the style. And so I think that's why it's coming in. And as someone, I literally named my era last year, if you follow my wellness diaries, my blue era, and everything was baby blue. So I've owned so much baby blue and I love that color. So I'm here for it. Just more options. So I'm on board. Not cropping my hair, wearing the baby blue.
Okay. I love that. Number 2, makeup. What do you think? So people are really talking about, one, eyeliner is going to come back in. And that's kind of scary to me. And blue colors. So they're saying neutrals are out. You're going to want like aqua makeup, blue eyeshadow, blue makeup, blue nails. Even like blue denim is a really popular color for 2024, and blue dresses for events. What are your thoughts on that?
I love it. That's my closet. So I'm here for it. I was like, I have baby blue nails on right now. I have like 3 baby blue dresses. I love a Canadian tuxedo. Here's my question, makeup girlies though. Because I think the baby blue makeup, correct me if I'm wrong. I remember reading that you're supposed to wear like the opposite color to your eyes to make them pop. So in my mind, like, oh, wear the baby blue. The blue, my eyes will pop. But actually, isn't it, if brunettes wear baby blue, it really makes the brown pop versus like I know green-haired people, like green-eyed people should be wearing purple. Do you know what I mean? So maybe totally. I could be completely wrong, but for my brown-eyed girls, that's what I mean. It could be a thing. So if it looks good on you and you think it's fun, here for it. I just hate eyeliner because I suck at it.
Yeah. Okay. My opinion, I'm an autumn, so this isn't good for me. And I do like the blue eyeshadow every once in a while, like a blue eyeliner, because I am somebody that has like bright brown eyes and it helps.
See.
I'm not mad at the idea of eyeliner. My question is the Taylor Swift cat eye wing back then? Because I was a big winger back in the day. But I look back at photos and I look very gothic because of how thick I put on my eyeliner. So I'm just going to let the TikTok girlies do their own thing and then I'll copy them. Like I will not try and start this first because I think I'll be made fun of. I have been noticing blue nail polish everywhere. What is that saying where like once you see it or you hear about it, then you're seeing it everywhere?
There's a marketing term. I can't remember. I did learn it in school. I forget.
Yeah. I've seen it everywhere. And I think that's gorgeous. I love the color blue. So I'm here for it. So everybody prep your blues. 3, bows are everywhere. We've got bow dresses, hair. It's oh my gosh, they were wording it as it's called croquette. So it's like a French word for like soft, feminine hearts, glitter, floral prints, like all things soft and girly. But they were saying that like it's getting a little out of hand already with like people joking, like tying pink ribbons to ice cubes or like chicken tenders. Like they're almost thinking girls are overdoing it. What are your thoughts on that?
See, I love a bow. I love a bow in a hair. It is so cute. And I love it. Just like, it just adds a little touch. I love bows like to cinch a waist, just like in your hair. I love just those little girly details. Like you just feel flirty and cute and fun. So I'm here for it. But like I said, this is where we have to slow the trend cycles down. Because something gets in, so everyone jumps on it. And it's like, how do I do it different? Everyone has to do it different because someone else had it in their hair. So I'm like, let's breathe. You don't have to be that crazy. You don't have to put on an ice cube because before I know it, it's so in our face that it's out and then no one can wear bows for forever and we're going to walk around naked. So I'm here for it. Let's just slow.
We'll walk around naked and then that will go out of trend.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a cycle.
My thoughts was I love that people are embracing their feminine side more lately. I feel like in the past, people mock girly girls, you know, the classic Legally Blonde saying. And I love that like people are like, fuck you. I like pink. I like, you know, dressing girly. There's nothing wrong with it. And I like that. And I think it promotes like positive imagery towards that. It also seems affordable for the bows. Because I actually bought a bow, guys like call me a trendsetter, but I bought it in the summer at H&M. I got a big bow and I love it and I wear it all the time in my hair and it was like $4. And then also for Christmas, I got this big black bow on a present and I just kept it and I tie it in my hair. And
I love that.
Reusable, environmental,
a sustainable girly. We love it.
Look at us. All right. Change of trends right here. You're going to be seeing Western Gothic, as in like, yeehaw, Western. So it's going to be like dark tones with spurs, studs, leather, fringe, and they're really like incorporating it into their homes. So a lot of like dark accents. And what are your thoughts on this?
I love.
Really?
Because I love a little Western. Like I'm from Alberta. It's just like, it's like going home. It's like denim, cowboy hats, Calgary Stampede. And I like when it's a bit rocker. I'm not saying I'm going like full goth, but like sometimes like an all black cowboy fit with a little, like some diamonds, leather. I love a leather pant. I love a leather jacket. So it's something about it. It's like the contrast and it feels very performer in a fun way. Like I love when you're going out outfits, you feel semi like it's not a costume, but you're like, it's a performance. I kind of love that. And so I'm here for it. And it's one of those things, I think it's a timeless trend. Like if it's done right, like a pair of leather pants, always in a black, black denim. Yeah. Throw in a little studs. Like I think it's things that even if this whole full black Gothic look goes out, a black top, black bottoms, black accessories, whatever trend. And something I low key love, the thought of the girly with this. Like think like cute little bows with some like the contrast. Oh, I love dressing like that. Like think a really flirty, flowy, baby blue, pink, white dress with black cowboy boots and like a leather jacket over top. Like I love that juxtaposition. Is that what it is? That's
yes,
what I thought.
Yeah.
How about you?
We're really expanding our vocabulary on this podcast. But also missing some of them. You guys fill it in.
Just go with it. Just go with it.
Okay, I thought I used to dress this way a lot in Seattle. Not so much Western, but very Gothic. I went through this phase of like really dark colors, baggy fits, like I loved dark eyeliner. I have my hair's naturally super brunette, dark. And I think it's because it's so moody, gloomy there. And also a lot of people in Seattle dress that way. It's just like the vibe of the coffee shops, the angsty, Nirvana. And this doesn't fly where I live in Puerto Rico. Like you wear bright colors here. It's hot. You can't wear leather. You can't wear fringe without dying. But I did have some fabulous fringe boots back in high school. So like I will not be participating. I'll be in my bow era, but like everyone else can be in their Western chic era, Gothic era.
I love it.
All right, next up. So I love this. It's creating a coffee shop in your house. So people are really trying to like make these aesthetic videos and like low-key spending thousands of dollars on like expensive barista machines just to make it out at home instead of going to a coffee shop. And honestly, I'm guilty of this because I convinced Michael to buy me a Breville for Christmas as my Christmas present.
Love.
And like, we literally did the math on it because you guys all know, like he takes me for my little treats to Starbucks, and he did the math on like a year's worth of Starbucks. And he's like, okay, I'm going to buy you this machine. We bought fancy beans. We've like really looked into how to like make latte art. And I think it's because I'm sick of coffee costing me $10. Like it's so expensive for a latte. Why can't I just make it at home? It's cozy. I can wear my pajamas and I don't have to go anywhere. What are your thoughts?
I've mixed emotions because I love watching this. I'm really into set design right now for like YouTube and like really making a very beautiful home, like just kind of simplistic, but that you want to take like romanticizing your day to day. I'm really in that's a big theme for me in 2024. Cheesy. I know I sound like some reel from like 2000, but I'm just really excited for it. And I love that idea and I love watching those. But I also know myself. The amount of times I've bought a soda stream, meal prep containers, a nice coffee machine, telling myself I'm going to buy these things so I make it at home and I don't go eat out at lunch. I don't get my $5 coffee, whatever it is, to do it for a week. And then like, oh, you've done it for a week, treat yourself. And then you remember what it tastes like. And then I'm down the rabbit hole and I only did it for 2 weeks. So it did not save me any money. Suddenly I have this thing collecting dust that costs me a lot of money. So if you're someone who actually does it, I'm jealous. Like it's a fault. I'm not saying I'm better. I'm saying I'm the problem. I wish I wasn't like this because I do that. And that's why I've never bought a fancy coffee machine because I know I will break down and go and buy one because I'm a dopamine gremlin. I'm like, ooh, coffee shop.
Totally. Okay, fair.
Yeah.
All right, next up. Houseplants are out. Those are for millennials. Gen Z is doing fish tanks. So how I read this was basically you're a freaking millennial if you have a houseplant, and only the Gen Zers know what's up, and they're buying these like exotic fish tanks. And honestly, it sounds annoying. It sounds like a lot of responsibility. I can barely keep up with my houseplants that I have. I would never want a fish. What are your thoughts on it?
I've had a fish tank. Don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. They're disgusting. And
I
guess
agree.
what? I hate to break it to you. That fish is going to die. And you're going to have to deal with a dead fish.
And
In
you'd
that
be
tank, you're
sad.
going to scoot. It's awful. I had one when I was little. And you know what? Us millennials, we cosplay being parents by having plants because we can't afford it. We can't afford a home. Or we're too busy working to settle down and have a family. But we have this nurturing instinct, so we get a plant. Gen Z, does that sound familiar? That's why you're getting fish. The exact same reason. But that's a hell lot more responsibility.
Be nice to the fish. I agree.
I love aquatic animals so much, but that's just get a dog at that point. Like don't
tell them to get a dog.
That's even get a dog. Get a dog. Get a dog.
Oh, absolutely not. It's like obviously they're crying for help. That's why they're doing fish tanks. Gen Z is saying help me, and a dog should not have to deal with that. Okay, next up. Canceling small talk, only deep talk. So I guess there's a ton of jokes on how like 2024, like I've seen this actually before, where people are like, out, small talk, and like they want to get deeper. And so people are literally like Googling deeper conversation starters. And I personally think this is incredibly like unpractical because how do you know somebody? Like, what if it's just a nice, friendly colleague? Like, stop telling people how to communicate. Like, why do you have to get so nitty gritty? And like, I have this one example I wanted to share of my friend had this longevity like get together. And one of my friends went to it and said, there's this group that went and they don't like small talk. So how it's like a thing people are doing. So to like talk to you. So say you and I don't know each other, and instead of being like, hi, what is your name? Like, what do you do for, fun? Instead, they ask like really deep, intrusive questions. So one of them was like, what's your least favorite sex position and why? And it's supposed to like break this barrier of you feeling uncomfortable because it's already awkward and uncomfortable. And then like anything else going forward will be comfortable. Yeah. So that's the thing. What do you think?
I think we can't cancel either. It's learning to read the room. I think what us humans, myself included, something I'm actually working on is getting better at respecting other people in conversations and reading the room, in the sense that, like you said, you go up to like an old lady who's just like timid and she's sitting there, you're gonna be like, oh, what's your favorite sex position? Like obviously they're not saying doing that, but at the same time, conversations can be dull, and if you just know small talk and you want to actually get on a deeper level of someone, but I think maybe just getting better at both and like challenging yourself, that like take up small conversation with someone in your elevator and like get to know your neighbors you've never talked to. On the flip side, when you've been friends with someone for a long time, like stop having the same conversations, mix it up. So I think we shouldn't demonize either. Maybe we should all just get better at conversations in general. There's a
I
thought.
1000% agree with you. It's like you can't control that. You can't make that a trend. You have to respect a human as a human.
Yeah. And you got to respect the other person. Like, you know what I mean? The idea, we're all deep conversations. Maybe someone doesn't want to have a deep conversation with you. You got to think about that.
Yeah. And read the room. Maybe they just don't like you.
Yeah. True.
And their small talk is like pushing you off.
They're just like one word answering you. And they're like, oh, small talk. You're like, no, they're trying to end the conversation.
Yeah. They're literally trying to run away from you. Yep. Okay, this is your spiel, number 9. Skincare isn't just your face, it's your body now. So there's been more research online with like just overall body skincare. All yours. Take the floor.
Remember flashback? Rewind to the beginning of the episode when it's like predicted. I predicted this. Quote, I have so much video footage. I was like, this is coming. And this is here. And because there's all those videos of like old ladies' necks. My neck's actually like burnt from the cold right now. So that's this could be a poor example, but I swear. Anyways, just think of we all know basic skincare now. Wash your face, put on an active, maybe a little hydrating serum if you need it, moisturizer, SPF, boom. So do the same for your body. Now, your body's skincare is like a lot thicker. Your body's skin is a lot thicker, so it can take a bit more. But for me, just keep it simple. Just like dry brush or an exfoliation, a hydrator, sunscreen. And now here's a hack I heard. I love Necessaires. I use them because it's very simple. It's clean. It's affordable compared to the other ones. Like, it's not as cheap as like a $5 Dove, but it's the most affordable quality one. But this hack, The Ordinary, get their AHA, like their active, put it in a spray bottle and spray your body to have the active. And there's like a little hack to save some money to get a quality one. So you can also do that. And then just, use your sunscreen, active, moisturizer, and The Ordinary hack. I haven't done it, but I saw that and I'm going to be doing that.
Okay. I love that. All right. 10 is buy Pilates. So your trend's already out, girlfriend. Good thing you were on it in 2018. Yeah, combat sports are in for women. So kickboxing, jiu-jitsu, mixed martial arts. What are your thoughts?
As I had, I've already done them all. I've made a video on them all.
God damn it.
Sorry. This is just like, I feel I've sounded very egotistical this episode, but
no, I
will say I did do a whole video on women's self-defense. And I think it's something every woman should do at least once. Figure out one you like. Just take a self-defense course. It's really fun. Do it with your girlfriends. It's just a very important thing. But I will say, I'm over us canceling fitness things that are good for us. I'm over that people are anti-weights. Then we got into realizing the benefits of Pilates and mobility and posture training for longevity. Let's not exit it. We hit 2. And then running's in, running, cardio. We got 3. We got a really let's not cancel any of them. We can add a little bit more. So I think this is nice. We got like a foundation. We got strength, mobility, cardio. Why don't we add in some fun? And I feel self-defense sounds kind of fun. Do it with your girlfriends.
Okay. I love that. I completely agree. My Roman Empire is constantly thinking about how I can combat if someone's trying to girl nap me. Like, I constantly think about that. Even if I'm grocery shopping, I'm like on the lookout and I'm like, this is what I would do. I would take my pepper spray and I'd spray the shit out of him. Like, I just come up with little funny, silly, goofy scenarios in my mind. Oh my God, this was a conversation I had with Michael yesterday. So he like has a lot of trips planned. And I said, okay, got to be a big girl, be okay with not having a man in the household. And I thought, you know what I think I would like as my as my weapon is what I told him. I don't want a gun. I don't want a knife. I said, I want a big Harley Quinn hammer. And he said, absolutely not. Why?
Oh.
And I said, imagine it. I'm really bad at aim, but if it's a big hammer, I could just kind of like throw it around and I'm bound to hit them. And like, he's like, well, what happens if they come up behind you? Like, I just would get really good at handling the hammer. It would be like Thor with his hammer and then Harley Quinn with hers, like a little mix, you know?
Yeah.
And so that's what I told him I wanted my weapon to be.
I fully support it. I fully support it. And it, like, if it's a false, like, you know what I mean? Someone comes to the door and it's actually just your neighbor, you can just lean against it and be like, oh, how's it going? Versus you come with a gun,
you're out.
That's trouble. Like your next door neighbor comes to give eggs and you pull out the gun. Not good. Not
hammer. I could be like, I'm doing some renovations.
Yeah. Did you need some help? I heard you guys were doing renos.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So now we're going to quick fire last 5. And just tell me hot or not for you. Okay. 1, tropical is in. And that means lots of tropical parties, like pineapple cocktails, mocktails, cakes, beach getaways are back. What do you think?
Yeah. I mean, I live in the cold 11 months of the year, so get me as much sun and beach as possible. In.
Perfect. I agree. I mean, I'm moved, so my entire life is the beach and I love it. Okay, 2, slowing down. Snoozing your alarm is in. Solo vacations are in. And sleep ASMR, which I low-key think is super creepy, is in. What do you think?
I mean, I'm working on lo-fi music right now, so I gotta say in, but not snoozing your alarm, because just don't snooze your alarm. That should never be a thing. But get enough sleep. Get enough sleep that you don't have to snooze your alarm. That's fine.
I think the idea was like normalize slowing down, where people are always like, hustle, you better work, bitch. They're like, slow down. 3, buy minimalism, which you would hate. Hello, chaotic color in the house and kitchen.
I love, because
really?
I like, well, that's the thing is like, I like simplicity and quality and minimalism, but I still love quirky things. Like I like a bit of both. Like I love a minimalist apartment with a few random items. And that's why, you know what I mean? I like a hybrid. So ish in.
Okay. 4, big hair is back. And it's like poofy hair, poofy bangs. And all I'm thinking about is, do you remember the teased poofs in high school? The cheerleaders always had it. The bumps.
Where my mind went.
I'm not here for it.
I have such flat hair that like even if when I try, it doesn't happen. So even if I think it's in, I can't be a part of this trend. So sorry.
Yeah, same. My hair's way too thin. Okay. 4, futuristic chrome and sleek vibes. So think silver outfits, metallic nail art, xenon Z3 vibes is what I was getting.
I just bought silver winter boots, and just you'll know the outfit I'm posting and you'll see it and you'll be like, oh, Keltie likes this trend. Just wait till you see it.
Ooh, okay. All right, last but not least, 70s wedding vibes. So like kind of ruffles or like very woodsy vibes, or like blue and brown suits for the men. What do you think?
I don't know if I fully, but I do like the blue and brown suit guys. I do like that. Yeah. So that I can get behind, but the full 70s, I like a modern with 70 influence. So,
yeah. So I'm not about the 70 life, but
lukewarm.
Yeah. Okay. Next up, let's get into confession sessions. I have one of my own that I need to release and unburden to you guys. Do you want to say the one that we got?
I would gladly do it.
Okay.
My BF has I semi-jumped in there on you. My BF has a bartender shift once a week just to get out of work his 9 to 5, and he always tells me how stressed he is working at LOL. So I made him a hot cocoa to sneak a capsule of ashwagandha, and I don't think he even noticed it. And that's the mushroom. Ashwagandha? I can't say that one. Sorry, ashwagandha.
Is that like the loopy mushrooms?
It's like, no, it's like a legal one. It's like the calming. Nice. Like I take it, you know what I mean? So honestly, that I'm here for. Especially like you know what? That's how to properly drug someone.
TBT to when you told everybody you took mushrooms on an airplane, and we all thought like
that was ashwagandha. That was ashwagandha.
Yeah.
See, little reishi. It seems more scandalous than it is, but that's kind of like, you know, throwing a little magnesium in your partner's thing. Like
also,
consent.
I think her boyfriend needs to find a different job, to like, it sounds like it's just to get out of his 9 to 5 for fun, but he's so stressed
Yeah.
out. It seems like he needs to do it different. Like maybe be a barista or something.
Yeah.
Like
Or
you're having hot
volunteer-
cocoa on your bartending, you need to be a barista.
Those hours of bartending, not good. Like,
Yeah.
not good. Not good.
Yeah. Okay, I'll end it with my confession session. This recently happened and I'm not proud of it and it still haunts me in my dreams. So I was out at dinner with my friend Millie. We were at this, it's like a beach restaurant, like it's halfway on the beach, halfway not. We're having lychee martinis, grand old time. I got these beautiful sparkly heels from Steve Madden that just glisten and glimmer, everything I love. And they're so wildly uncomfortable because I think I have to like size up 3 more sizes because my feet are so wide. Like they're just for dainty feet and I have Bigfoot feet. So there's a celebrity, I'm not going to say who it was, that was at this place. And we're like, oh, that's cool. His fiance seems really cool. And like we were like, oh, we have such like a girl crush on her. She just seems like somebody that would be our friend, right?
Mm-hmm.
We're just saying that, like admiring her, being like, go off, girl. So then after the 2 martinis, I'm like, I need to go to the bathroom. Millie's like, me too. I'm like, okay. I had, mind you not, taken off these sparkly shoes because we're sitting in a bar. So my feet are like elevated. So they're swollen now. And I'm like, I take my shoes off and I had just been like dangling bare feet there. Nobody could see. It's dark on the beach. So then I'm like, okay, let's go to the bathroom. Do you think they're going to notice me not wearing shoes? And this bathroom, it's connected to a pool. So it's also kind of a pool bathroom. Like it's not that weird. You're not going inside. This is an outdoor bathroom. She's like, no, it's totally fine. Like it'll take you forever to put those shoes on. So we go to the bathroom. This celebrity's fiance comes out of the bathroom as well as we come out. And I don't even notice I don't have shoes on. She has the most gorgeous sparkly purse. And I'm like, oh my God, I love your purse. She's like, oh, thank you so much. Millie goes, it would totally match your shoes. And all 3 of us look down at my feet. And I'm this barefoot gremlin woman in a bathroom. And I was like, and I told her, I was like, my shoes really hurt. So I took them off and I just didn't want to put them back on. And yeah, she left and we just looked at each other like, we're those weird girls. I am the weird barefoot girl. And I see her everywhere. And
That's
I just
life.
hope she doesn't think of me as a barefoot weird girl.
You know what? She probably is like, yeah. There's just 2 types of girls. There's 2 types of girls. The one, when their feet hurt, they take them off, and the others that don't. And it's a personal choice, and you can't judge either.
Because, I mean, it's the bathroom for me. That's what I'm judging.
Yeah, you know what? It's I wouldn't, but I respect it.
I did wash my feet when I got home, but it's an outdoor pool bathroom. Everybody goes in barefoot, and it's just like a very elevated pool where it's right next to this this restaurant. Okay, so like let me defend myself a little bit.
Okay,
but
there's a defense. That's a
there's a reason it was a confession session, and I think like the martinis got to me, and lesson learned.
We've all been
Wear your shoes, people.
We've all been there. You know what? No, normalize bringing little Band-Aids and blister pads to the bar. You know, put it in your purse, your feet start to hurt, boop. There you go.
I guess. I was thinking more like on the line of flats or flip-flops, but yeah.
That too. Or if your
feet, what am I going to put a Band-Aid and go barefoot?
No. Anyways.
All right. Well, with that being said, we are going to exit. Thank you for tuning in. Leave a written review if you'd like. Give us a couple, 5 stars if you'd like. Follow us on Instagram. Check us out on YouTube. And we will see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.